What's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards, and it's Friday going into the first NFL weekend with Saturday games. These are the best weekends of the year, right? When you got some NBA, you got some Saturday NFL, you got some Sunday NFL, fantasy seasons are winding up, kids are officially out on school break, Christmas is right around the corner, then you got, you know, end of season NFL playoffs, Super Bowl, and then a dead zone. Um, NBA basketball, spring training picks back up, and then before you know it, it's spring break, and we are getting ready to do it all over again. But uh, I wanted to make a quick video and talk about my Dallas Cowboys stuff. Actually, just two of the players, Dak and Zeke. When I got back into the hobby, it was 2016. It was Dak and Zeke rookie year. They burst on the scene, as you know, probably if you've been in the hobby for a while. Burst on the scene. There's a card store here in Dallas called Nick's. Been around for years. Reinvigorated my passion seeing Dak and Zeke, and went down to Nick's. Just literally got online and Googled sports card shops near me. Went down to Nick's. My son was wanting to open Topps Stadium Club back then. I think they were $7 a pack, which a box of, I'm never good with the number of packs in a box, but a box price was like, I don't know, 125, and if you packed it out $7 a pack, it was like 200. So I felt kind of like, man, we're wasting money. He's opening these packs, but we opened about 4 or 5 packs, and lo and behold, he pulls a 1-of-1 Carlos Correa, who was the set player, like he was the face, the cover boy or whatever for 2016 Topps Stadium Club. Anyway, he pulls one of the biggest cards in the whole set, a black and white, and I'll show it to you here. We recently got it graded. We knew it wouldn't grade well. Right when we pulled it out, it had a kind of a white back right corner. They're very condition sensitive, these all foil cards, but it's a beautiful card. It's black and white. My son pulls this card. We freak out, and then literally on the way home, driving home that night, I was like, this is gonna be really like something I like dive right back into, like sports cards. I'm in. I knew it was a life-changing moment for us, what we just went through, and from that point on, it was learning about how eBay works. I bought and sold a little bit off of eBay in the past. I remember picking up a 2003 SP Mark Teixeira when he was killing it for the Rangers. God, I'm getting way off track, but it's a short story with that Mark Teixeira card. It was a BGS 9.5. It was one of my first graded cards I ever got. I got it, I looked at it, and I saw like what I thought was liquid under the case. I'm about to reveal to you just how stupid I can be at times. Keep in mind, I was single. I was just like, all I wanted was a Mark Teixeira card. Went, bought it. Was worried about it. Is it going to get here? It's going to be in good condition. So I was already setting up something bad to happen, and it was a graded card. So I should have just been relaxed. But I get the card. I see what I think is a little dot of water, which I don't know. It looked like, still to this day, I pressed down, and it wasn't the Newton rings that on the PSA holders where you can see it almost looks wet because the card is sticking to the top of the slab. It was actually, it looked like liquid under the top part of the slab, between the slab and the card. So I got the bright idea. First, tried hair dryer, to dry it, nothing. I got the bright idea. I'm going to microwave this thing. I've come a long way. I've come a long way from sticking my $250, at the time was a lot of money for me, still is, $250 Mark Teixeira rookie auto foil into the microwave. And of course, pop, 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 sparks. Card was burned. My whole weekend, I remember getting out on a Friday night, so excited, my whole weekend was trash. And I put that sports card down, picked them back up in 2016, and like I said, from that point on, it's been an education, a re-education for me, learning about breaks, learning about how to stay away from breaks, learning about comps and what a Raz is, and just what cards to buy, what cards not to buy. Booklets don't sell. I learned that lesson. But it's been a ride. It's been a wonderful ride, and so I just wanted to kind of revisit what it all started out for me as was Dak and Zeke 2016 as rookies. And I remember they lost to the Green Bay Packers. I think that's the year the Packers won it, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. They had them beat. We had them beat, and Aaron Rodgers threw an amazing sideline pass that to this day, I don't know how he threw that pass and how it got completed.
The play clock down to 3. Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. The official, the second one came in and overruled the other, Jared Cook, and with 3 seconds left, the Packers are going to have a chance to win it.
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The first official came down the sideline and said incomplete. The official from behind the play said the catch was good, and he was right.
Wow, Jared Cook, he knows where he is, and he's able to keep his feet in, and the throw.
Anyway, as always, I'm 6 minutes into the story, and I haven't shown one card, and I've just been rambling. So let me whet your appetite with a couple of these. I'm going to give you a second to see if you know who that is. Brandon Brown, NASCAR. I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, but do you know why I have these? Do you know who Brandon Brown is? 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in. Brandon Brown is the inspiration behind the legendary Let's Go Brandon. So Brandon Brown was the driver that was being interviewed when the crowd behind him chanted F Joe Biden, and the shill mainstream media reporter was like, look, they're chanting for you, let's go Brandon.
Our partners, oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first 2 stages and just watch and learn. What did you learn that helped you there in those closing laps?
Oh my God, it was learning how each line didn't...
How a legend was born. So I picked these up right after that happened, just because I was like, if for no other reason, I'm going to remember this time and who this driver was. But maybe they'll have some political relevance in the future. All right, let's get started. Let's start with the. I mean, I'll tell you what. I literally went through and pulled just about every Dak and Zeke card I had. So we'll start here. This is a classic, but it's a chromium. I like these chromium classics. It's orange. I think it's a short print. I gotta take this out just because it's such a pretty card. It's not a rookie. I think it's a let's see, it's out of 15, and it is a 2018. Is it 2018? Yeah, I think so. Yep, 2018. So just a second year Zeke orange parallel out of classics. I like classics football. It's akin to NBA hoops, but they're one of the first products that come out with the players in uniform. And I think there's a little bit of, with classics and with hoops, they've been around for so long that, unlike like the first products that come out, like Donruss Elite and I don't know what else comes out early, the draft pick stuff when they're in their college uniforms. Usually all the trash sets come out real early, and they lead up, to the Prisms and the Bowman Chromes and the NTs and the Flawless. But I think NBA hoops and NFL classics get a little bit of a pass on being like fringe products just because of the longevity of them. So they're not quite Prisms, but they're still a minor flagship rookie for some of these guys. So that is one Zeke down and a lot to go. Here's an Obsidian Dak, again, not a rookie. This is 2018 as well. This is out of 100. This is 61. Like Obsidian. Obsidian's a perfect example. Obsidian is really like not a flagship product. Beautiful product. I mean, this is a gorgeous card, but yeah, it's just not a flagship product. It's not. They're not going to do very well in the long term. Donruss is. Donruss basketball and football is a great product. Cheap, paper, but respectable. You know, you look at like Luka Donruss rookies right now. PSA 10's going for $200+. Let's see. These are Donruss press proof, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you see the blue foil up at the top. They're press proof. They're just a parallel of the Donruss rookies. Here's an ungraded Prism. I got a ton of Dak and Zeke Prism. I was buying these, I think at the time these were going for $20 a pop, which is what I was getting Trey Young silvers for in 2018. Luka's, I think we're going for between 80 and 120 if I remember right. Let's go here. How about just a good old Donruss Optic PSA 9 Dak? I mean, talk about a stocking stuffer for a young guy. And the Cowboys, I was going to look this up and mention this. The Cowboys tomorrow are playing. Actually, this is Sunday. They'll be playing at Jaguars. Should be a good game. Dallas is a 4-point favorite. 10-3 Dallas Cowboys at 5-8 Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has an outside chance of making the playoff. Here's a perfectly good Donruss football flagship Dak rookie. At one point, these did okay. I mean, all his stuff is just dirt cheap, and he's approaching that Jared Goff. I mean, they're the same year, right? Jared Goff and Dak Prescott, both 2016 rookies. They're approaching that point in their careers, and in the hobby that it doesn't really matter what they do. The hype window is closed. These cards are never going to be worth as much as they probably once were. I've sold a lot of them, though. I sold a Dak NT with a nice patch of the star for like $1,100. Talked about that in a prior video. Here's a Zeke. Sorry, $11,000, not 11. Actually, and he added a $5,000 card, so it was like a $16,000, $17,000 deal. Made some good money on that one. Here is a Donruss Optic Zeke 9, and it goes perfectly right there. Stocking stuffer, probably $30. You get two graded Zeke and Dak. I mean, for a young guy. That doesn't have to have a hollow or doesn't have to have a PSA 10. It's a good little present, good little stocking stuffers. Moving right along, here's some other smaller. Here's a 2016 Select. I believe this is field level, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't say field level, but it looks like a picture. I'm not even sure if they had field level back then, if it was just by the numbers. Like if they'd have like a 100 number or 200 number, I don't know, to be honest. That's how much I don't know about football cards or cards in general, but I know a lot about like little parts of the card hobby. Anyway, I don't know much about 2016 Select and when field level and all that other concourse is at basketball. Field level. Is concourse in both? See, here we go. Anyway, this is a nice card right here. It's probably dirt cheap, but it's a Select. It's a Prism. That's how they tell you it's refracting. Prism is an adjective in this case because it's a Prism Select card, and then Prism is also a noun when it's referring to the Prism set. So it's very confusing, all of it. There is that. Here's another. See, this is another Select different picture, and yeah. So I think that is the 200 is the field level, although they didn't stamp field level on the back. Now they do. So the more you know. This must be the basic, whatever the most basic level is. But it is a red, and it is out of 99. So let's just think. You think about a Select parallel red, right? The red's out of 99. But you've got 3 different reds out of 99. So really what you think is a parallel out of 99 is really out of 297 because there's 3 different levels to the red parallels to 99. Yeah, it's overwhelming sometimes when you really just think about what all there is to learn and know. And it's taken me 7 years now, 6, 7 years of re-entry into the hobby, and I'm still confusing myself on the daily. Here's a 2016 same, card number 82, so it's probably the basic level, but it's just the base 9. There's another base 9. This is probably, I used to own a ton of these Prism 10s. Now I'm down to just one. I'll probably keep this just to put away and remember. My 2016 Prism. I've stared at that card for so many hours. I got a ton of 9s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 9s on the Prism. Zeke rookie, 2016. All the rookies refracted. All the rookies were prisms. Now an adjective. It wasn't until 2018 that they started limiting the prisms and then also making a base rookie. This one's pretty cool. It's color match. It's second year and it's short print. It's out of 9. It's the Blue Shimmer out of 2018 Prism. Blue Shimmer color match for Dak, second year. Nice card. This was once an $800 card. I think it's gotten down all the way to about $150. But still a great card. I love these hollow optics, the poses from 2016. They're just so statuesque, you know. It's a great card. And I'm hoping, really hoping, that the Cowboys can do some damage, mix it up, win a title, give these cards a little place in the hobby. How about that? This is my one lone Dak 10 Prism rookie. So there you go. Those are the 2 I'll keep. Those are the 2 I'll remember. One day they'll be 30 or 40 years old, and yeah, it'll be an era, right, to harken back to. But right now they're just has-beens or could-have-beens or hopefuls yet again. But I'm going to keep 2 10s just to remember. I don't actually have many. I don't have any Dak 9 Prism rookies, but I do have Red Crystals. 10, that's a nice card. This one's out of 75, 26 of 75. Do you guys know about the Dak auto pen scandal? If you don't, you should learn. I don't want to get too sidetracked talking about that. I thought I had an example of one of those. Okay, so I lied. I didn't pull every Dak and Zeke card I own. There was a few stragglers. This is always one of my favorites, the rookie introductions from 2016 Prism. Pretty cool. Here's a nice red, white, and blue. You know, the more patriotic we become as a country, and just me as a person, the more I like these red, white, and blues. I don't know if they'll ever have like any hobby significance other than just being a cool parallel, but this one is out of 99, 90 out of 99. It's a Contenders Optic. Maybe it's a first-year Contenders Optic. Second year Zeke, 2017. And then here's what I was talking about. This is a card that Dak should have signed. You can see it has the white portion for an autograph and no autograph. So Dak thought he could cheat the system, and he started using an auto pen for his auto obligations, his autograph obligations, and it was as obvious as it could ever be, the same autograph over and over and over and over and over. Doesn't take long before the hobby figures it out. And he even drew a number 4 on the like there was a little 4 on the auto pen version, and I'll show you one right here. I don't have any of the auto pens. I need to get one just for memory's sake. But once once Panini found out, they reissued a new Zach Prism rookie auto. Dak. Let me try that over. Once Panini found out about this mistake that young Dak made, they reissued a Prism Dak rookies with real autos, and they put stickers on the back. See that sticker right there? So, because people could just go and sign, you know, what's going to stop me, because it says autograph is guaranteed by Panini. Oops. So I could go and I could sign that, right, and probably sell it as a signature. That doesn't look like an impossible autograph to forge, but you know, I like this for the novelty of what it is, which is one that got through without being signed, so I would never do that. But yeah, so they started putting these stickers on the back, and I think that pretty much is what, it's ironic that they would include. That's the auto pen auto right there. That's what it looked like. But crazy story. I thought, oh shoot, that was my first like, oh crap moment in the hobby, when all the Dak rookie autos were auto pen, and people were like, you know, it was a huge deal in the hobby back then, and people were freaking out because he was a great player. He was a young, up and coming Cowboy quarterback. People were well invested into him. All of a sudden, we find out he didn't really sign all these rookie cards, and people were worried. But they quickly fixed it, which I appreciate. That they actually handled that pretty well. So there are a lot of cards you'll see here. Matter of fact, all these Daks are still sealed. I got them back in 2016, and I just never graded them. I never popped them open. They're still sealed. They've gone up a ton. They've come down a ton, and they've stayed sealed in my collection. I'd move them, but I should have moved them a long time ago. Here's a die cut select. This is double 4-4s. So as you know, Dak's jersey number is 4. Here's double 4-4 out of 99. So double 4-4, double 9s. Pretty cool. Not quite jersey number, but this one is. It's a bronze select. Again, I'm not sure if this is. I don't think this is his field level. No, I don't think so. Although this is, I guess maybe they don't have field levels for autos because it just says RSDP, rookie signatures, I'm assuming. But check that out, 04 of 49, jersey number. Still sealed, never been touched by human hands. And will stay that way. How about a red crystals Dak? Gorgeous card. One time was 5-6K. Now I shudder to look and see what this is worth. But 33 out of 75. There's the Dak auto that makes it legit sticker. And you can tell, like, these were two different signed cards, right? And then here's a gorgeous one that at one point I probably could have got around 10K for. The color match, the camo, out of 25. 15 out of 25. These really grade well. I've debated ripping this out. I just have, as a rule, never take out a card with a seal because it forever has that potential to gem. So I would hate to take this out and get a 9. I mean, it would basically, like, that's it. It's a 9 forever and ever. At least with a seal on it, it's got always potential to 10. If you're buying raw and, let's see, you can find a seal, always try to. If you're selling raw and you have a card that's sealed like this and someone's trying to buy it and throw out these raw comps of cards that aren't sealed but they're not graded either, no, they're not raw. They're not graded, they're somewhere in between. They're like a purgatory of raw and graded, but they're definitely worth more than raw. So don't get swept up into selling your sealed stuff as a raw comp. Speaking of jersey number, I remember pulling this. So my son and I went through a black gold phase, and if you don't know black gold, I loved black gold. I don't think they make it anymore. I think they might have made a 2017 black gold. I know they did 2014, 15, and 16, maybe 17 as well. But I don't think it's a product they make anymore. I sure haven't seen it. But they're gorgeous cards. I mean, they're really nice. They went for I think $2.25 a box, and that was considered really expensive. I remember my son and I bought a couple boxes, and every time we bought one, we'd open it real slow, and we'd sweat. And we got every penny out of that $200 we spent. And I remember pulling this 21 out of 50 and telling him, I'll never sell this, and this will be a special card for us. He was what, like 9? Yeah, he was 9 in 2016. He's almost 16 now. But yeah, it's just a cool card. I knew back then it would never be $1 million card or anything, but I just knew that it was cool to pull the jersey, to actually pull the jersey number was significant and special. So yeah, that's just a cool card, cool hobby story that we'll save and keep in our collection. But I'll lay these out. Give a little background. Viewing pleasure. Here's some more sealed. There's a pink Zeke rookie auto. I had a DAC that was also sealed and pink, but I traded that one. Speaking of the black gold, here is two. These are great. These are metallic marks signatures, and these were the hits out of that black gold product that you wanted. Very clean, very like it's almost like, I don't know what, it's like glass under there. It's not, but it's, I don't think, but it's a very cool card. These are out of 99, metallic marks. Probably 2 more cards that I'll never sell. Keep in my collection for always and always. So I got the DAC and the Zeke. Somebody pulled this one out of a platinum break, but I'll keep those together. Let's see. Here's a cool one. This one is a flawless diamond again with the seal. Now this probably isn't a card that you would want to grade anyway, just being a flawless thicker. I mean, I could throw that in a BGS case probably, but it's out of 10. It's got a real fleck of a diamond right there. I'd probably sell that pretty cheap if anybody was interested. It is a 2017, so it's a second year, but it's a first year flawless diamond for Zeke there. What else? I think we're running out of, I think I've gone through pretty much all of it. Yeah. Last 2 cards. How about this? A gold vinyl. Just graded this in one of my last PSA submissions. Gold vinyl, Zeke out of 2018 Prism, my favorite football set. 2018 Prism, where you got 1 silver per box. It's the Lamar and Josh Allen year. And then I would take this out, but it's hard to get back in. So this was the first big card I ever purchased. I purchased this back in 2016 for $550. I want to say I purchased it not off of eBay. Like, I want to say I purchased it off of Facebook. I think I did. And I don't know how it got a 9. I mean, it's absolutely flawless. The DAC P comes just ever so slightly off sticker right there. It's out of 5. Stack and Zeke in 1 card. I had this sold for like $850 and the buyer didn't pay. In the end, I'll probably be glad I didn't sell it, because this is kind of a landmark piece for me, you know, as you think about your journey through the collection space, the hobby space, your evolution. This was the first big one I ever bought. The first mail day I ever sweated, you know, worried about it getting here and being in the package that was sent, not some other card or some just empty box. But yeah, that's it. Cowboys going against the Jaguars tomorrow. Hopefully can make a playoff push. Let's see. How old are Dak and Zeke now? I think they're in their 28th year on this planet. So they're getting up there. Definitely ancient for Zeke, but Dak's relatively young player if he can stay healthy. I'm trying to think of any hobby news this week. Repackers got what they probably deserve, which is some like spotlight, some attention, and like some wondering if. I mean, obviously, I'd never, ever, never buy a repack. Not in a million years, ever, never. Not even from Hit Parade or anything. Don't buy repacks. There's always a reason that they have to dress them up and throw good cards, a chance of hitting a good card to sell you this junk because they're getting more than the comps on that card are worth by selling it that way. Don't ever buy. It's just like I'd rather get in a break or buy wax. The three nevers for me, and this is just me. I'm not saying that getting into breaks or buying wax is a never, because those are fun. Buying repacks is a never. Never do it. So, what else? Well, that's about it for the Dallas Cowboy cards video. It was a fun revisit. Actually, I didn't get to finish that video until today. Today is Saturday. We're going right into the nightcap with the Dolphins and Bills, about to start any minute now. I just wanted to put a little bow on that video that I started yesterday and just go ahead and get it out there. But let me say, now that I've seen it, the freaking Colts, dude. The freaking Colts. And Matt Ryan dropped a 33-point lead at halftime. They let the Kirk Cousin-led Vikings come back and tie the game at 36 apiece after leading 33-0 at halftime. They sent the game to overtime, and the Vikings won the game. The biggest comeback in NFL history. Only Matt Ryan. Anyway, thanks for watching. I wanted to close this out with a proper goodbye. Till the next time. See you then.